All right, today we're going to be looking at trying to make one good trimmer from two. A customer friend of mine had his better equipment jacked out of his trailer while he was doing a job, cutting grass, landscaping, whatever. And so he's got two of these laying around. They're both Echo SRM 225s. That one, it actually doesn't say it on the cap of the pull start there. This one does, and I guess it just depends on the what year this was made exactly, what model. They're both the same model, but depending on the year, maybe they use a different cap sticker. But so I had this one running a little while ago with the cap on. This one was all chewed up and it was sitting in his garage or whatever outside. It had the cap ate up by some squirrels. It looks like they chewed away or something happened to this portion of the threads right here, but the cap still fits on and it seals. I wasn't able to get this running at all. The primer bulb would not suck fuel out of the tank, so I'm going to probably first clear these lines and see if I can get fuel to even go into this carburetor. Now with this one, I did have it running. It's still warm, and I'm just trying to be careful not to spill. I still have gas in here from when I had the cap on here and testing it out, but it's running kind of weird. I'll let you listen to it here real quick. If you can hear it, it gets into a whiny situation where it's kind of starving for fuel, and the RPM comes back up and it revs real high, and then it kind of comes back down and it labors a little bit. I'll let you listen to it here if I can get this cap on. And I was thinking, okay, maybe it was lean fuel supply for a minute, but this super saturated, clogged up air filter that was on here would have made it actually richer than it needed to be. But even when I put on a new filter there and tried it out, it was still kind of doing this up and down RPM thing. Let me get this back on here, let you listen to it. All right, got the air cleaner back on there. Here's the dirty one. So let's get this started up. Choke is up here on that little thing, and the on-off switch, got it to on. It is not spring-loaded, so it's either clicked on or clicked off. It's not. I like the ones that are kind of spring-loaded to on, and you actually have to hold them in the off position to turn them off. So this primer bulb does work. It's making some noise. Sounds like something might be leaking in there, though, and let's get it going. It's already been warmed up. So it didn't need to choke off. And give it a second here. Now it will rev it up, and you might be able to hear what's going on. Thing just kicked out a ton of wire. For some reason it came out of the head, so I'm going to be cutting this off. So if you are having RPM problems, actually this is a good little teaching point here. See how far this just snapped out of there when you heard that RPM change? That wasn't the one I was talking about, trying to get you to hear, but this just kind of came out for some reason. So I'm going to snip this off so it's even with the other side. And if you're working on these or you're having problems with like a low RPM, if you don't have this automatic cutter, so this guy, he cut his stuff off. I don't think they come like this. I don't think so. Maybe they do. But there's nothing to cut this strength to the proper length. You know, so you got to keep messing with this. If these get out of whack and one's longer than the other, or if you have even on both sides, if they're this long, your RPM is going to be low because it's that's a whole lot more weight out there that the engine's trying to spin around. So what I'm going to do is just snip that line off and kind of get back to running this thing so you can hear what I'm talking about. So yeah, if you're having RPM problems, check the string length. All right, I'll start this up again. And that RPM change you heard was just because of the string came out. RPM went down way low. And that's just what happens when the string's too long. Okay, start this up, see if you can hear what's going on with the RPM changes. It's really not doing it right now, and I think when I shook it, it moved the fuel filter down there and the fuel line kind of away from the fuel momentarily. Okay, I'm going to fill this up with fuel to make sure that it's just, no, it should have plenty of gas. But did you hear the RPM change? So I don't know what's going on with this thing. Probably just that carburetor diaphragm. Gosh, I don't know. I could sit here for 5 minutes and try to, it's another trick you can do. Try to bring this choke until it almost dies, turn it back off, sit here and do this for 5 minutes. I'm going to try that, and I'll be right back. I'll let you see what I do here for a minute. Okay, so I'm going to sit here and do this for like 5 minutes. I'll come back. Okay, did that for about 5 minutes. See if she sounds any better here. Turn it on.